What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's going on with Tesla stock, what you should be watching for as time progresses. I'm also going to talk about some very important updates that just came out. But before I break these down all this information, before I talk about some very critical support on Tesla, let me just mention a couple of things. Firstly, I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Moomoo and put in $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. Put in $1,000 and you're guaranteed 15 free stocks. Anyways, when it comes to Tesla, I want to call out something very, very important. Tesla's been sinking since we opened. It kind of popped and then dropped back down. So they were grabbing liquidity. So Tesla ended up coming down to about this 172 area. Very close to that is where Tesla saw some buyers defend it. And the buyers are trying to hold 172. That's a very critical support on Tesla. As you can see, we bounced off of that 3 times in the last week and a half. So far, Tesla's trying to hold 172, but there is a risk of this dropping lower because the market is just kind of within a range right now. It's showing a little bit of weakness, and this bad news that has been hurting Tesla is still getting in the way. So I'm seeing all over the news, the analysts are slashing their targets on Tesla and this and that. They're saying something that the EV maker is just not magnificent and this and that. Same things over and over again, right? I'm just seeing the media just reiterating what Wells Fargo just did, downgrading Tesla to an underweight rating, cutting their price targets. It's just making all the headlines right now. Some good news, however, is that Tesla is officially talking up some more Southeast Asia expansion plans as different changes could be happening. That's some good news as we're starting to see more and more senior executives kind of calling this out and looking at other markets out there. And this could be a very, very great place for growth for the long term. So that's some good news for Tesla. But besides that, let's just talk about some levels. How is Tesla looking? So you can see it's trying to hold 172. I'm going to be watching that as critical support. Our resistance is now close to about 173.75. If we break past this, 175 plus is coming. And then if we end up sinking below 172, if we lose that support, if we end up getting a close below this on one of our smaller time frames, even like on the hourly, we're going to likely start to see this thing sink all the way down to 170, if not 168. Right now, Tesla is not really like sinking that low. It's just kind of range bound right now, shuffling between 172 and 173.75, back and forth price action. So it might continue to do so for an extended period of time. But just know that Tesla is still showing a little bit of weakness because of all the bad news that's been coming out. Now, when it comes to the overall market, I want to call out a couple of other things. We have Apple, which has been sinking quite a bit, losing support at 172 amidst some more bad news. And now we're trying to fight around 170.9. That's very close to the level I called out. If we lose this, Apple's going to be coming all the way down towards 170 flat. If we try to rebound, Apple could try to retest 170.5 and eventually make its way up to 172 plus. But overall, it's showing a little bit of weakness, so we'll see how well it tries to hold around 170.9. The chart is looking like it's forming a distributive pattern right here, which could lead to more selling. So I am seeing some weakness on the chart, but make sure you watch that 170.9 support. Buyers are trying to defend it the closer it gets to 170, but like I said before, it's still on the weaker end of its system right now. So with that happening, with Apple kind of dropping like this is kind of slowing SPY down just to some extent. So we saw SPY dip a bit. I did call out this range on SPY. You guys could see it came down. Now it's retesting resistance at 516.5. If we reject off that, basically our support on SPY is the 5 minutes 200 EMA. If we reject, we're going to be watching 515.96. If we lose this, we're going to be dropping lower. And now we have resistance right here, right where our 516.5 and 516.7 zones happen to be. If we reject, we could come back down. If we try to hold above this, there's going to be an attempt to get back up towards, we could get closer to like 517 if we do a hold above 516.5. But overall, guys, I'm still just want to say that, for us to remain bullish, we have to try to break above at least 517.23. We're not really there right now, so we'll see if this establishes a lower high or not. So just be a little bit careful on SPY. For the QQQ, so SPY is pushing for the time being, but there is a risk of it kind of like rejecting at one of these levels. So just be very careful the closer we are to 516.5. 516.7 is tight resistance, and then we have 517. For the QQQ, it's trying to rebound just a little bit. It came down quite a bit when we were watching this resistance right here at 441. And then we also have 442 above that. For support, watch 440. Then below that, we have Basically, the next critical support is going to be closer to about 438. Overall, I am seeing some weakness on the triple Q chart right here. You guys can see how it's contracting right here. Could pop a little bit higher, then continue lower. So there's a risk of some more downside, but it is shuffling at 440 for the time being. The future does hold some risk, so just be a little bit careful on it. Market is trying to rebound just a bit, but watch resistance and see if we get some kind of rejection. I also want to add that Nvda is showing weakness. We just lost 900, so we have to try to get back above 900 to remain bullish. That's where our 20 EMA happens to be. If we fail to hold and we end up continuing to sink, this could actually drag the QQQ down again. So be careful with Nvda. It's trying to hold 885. If we end up losing that support, we could be sinking towards this imbalance at 880. There is risk of downside as long as we're below 900. So just be a little bit careful with Nvidia's chart. And I do see some weakness on the chart, to be honest with you. So watch very, very carefully and see how well it holds up. And there is a risk of this thing dropping a bit lower, which could end up affecting the QQQ. Anyways, for Tesla, it's shuffling the 172s now. Let's see how Tesla holds, guys. I really hope it holds 172. If we see this thing lose 172 in a clean break, or we hold below it for over an hour, that's going to be a big sign of weakness. The chart is not looking strong. It's looking weak right now. It's favoring bears somewhat more. So I just have to be honest with you. Bad news continues to come out, so it is what it is. Thank you all so much for listening. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next one. Thanks again, and peace out.